This is class 10 mathematics NCERT book exercise 1.4 question number 1. Question is, without actually performing the long division, without actually dividing, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So here first part is 13 upon 3125. As these are rational numbers, so it will have either terminating, or if it is non-terminating, then it has to be repeating. It can never be non-terminating, non-repeating, because non-terminating, non-repeating means only irrational numbers. So this question is actually without actually dividing 13 by 3125. We have to state whether this will have terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. So there is a theorem for this. We can, without any division, we can state the answer. The theorem is, so if we take a rational number, like if we take x, which is a rational number p by q, where p and q belong to integers and q is not equal to 0. If we take a rational number, then after taking it, you prime factorize the denominator part. Means prime factorization of denominator part, that is q, prime factorization of q. And if you get the prime factors in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means starting from 0, all positive numbers, including 0 and all positive natural numbers. Those are non-negative integers, n and m. So when you prime factorize the denominator part, that is 3125, if you get only 2 raised to the power n, you can answer it has a terminating. Or if you get only 5 raised to the power m, still the answer will be terminating. And even if you get both 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m, that decimal expansion will be terminating. And any other factor other than 2 and 5, any other factor you get, it becomes non-terminating. And if it is non-terminating, it has to be repeating. So let us check now. We will prime factorize 3125. So first we divide by 5. We got 625. Again you factorize 625. Again divide by 5. Again it's divisible by 5. So we have got its factors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 raised to the power 5 we got. That means here we, as the theorem was stated, it should be in the form of either this or 5 raised to the power m. We got 5 to the power 5. That means it has a, therefore you can write, it has a terminating decimal. Now you can, if you want, you can verify. Divide 13 by 3125 and you will find that after certain decimal places, it will terminate. Terminate means the remainder you will get 0. So it has, without dividing, actually we have checked it. So like that, now we can continue remaining questions. Next one is 17 by 8. Prime factors of 8. Find out prime factors of 8. And 8 is equal to, 2 raised to the power 3. 2 into 2 into 2. So you have got, it is in the form of 2 raised to the power n. So it has a terminating decimal expansion. Third one is 64 upon 455. 64 upon 455. Now here there is one thing more we have to mention here in the beginning. Always before finding prime factorization, we have to convert the rational number in the least form. That is the first part. Then apply this. So here I will add first part, convert P by Q in the least form. Otherwise you may get the wrong answer. In the least form. And second is, these are the two steps. Second, you find out the prime factorization of the denominator. So first let us convert, this was in already in least form. Least form means no common factor between these two. Here also this is also the least form. 64 upon 455. This is not divisible by any other factor. There is no common factor in this, I think. There is no common factor. So 455 you can prime factorize. 455 prime factorize. So 455 divided by 5. Divide by 7. 5 into 7 into 13. You got 5 into 7 into 13. That means now here prime factors are not in the form of 2 raised to the power n into 5 raised to the power m. We got here some factors other than 2 and 5. 7 and 13 are other than 2 and 5. So you can say therefore 64 upon 455 has the question have a terminating, has a non-terminating expansion. And if it is non-terminating, then it has to be repeating. Because it is a rational number, that's why. Non-terminating, repeating, decimal expansion. So here the first point is very important. Before checking the prime factors, we need to cancel out the common factors and convert it in the least form, shortest form. Then only find the prime factors. Otherwise you may get wrong answer. That's all.